out of surgery and I feel amazing. Thank you to everybody at Comfort Zone. I'm on my way to recovery and I'm just so excited for the final results. I did an eyebrow lift and 360 lipo with skin tightening J plasma. I'm just so grateful and ready to heal. Love you guys. Thank you for following my journey. Good morning in Istanbul. Feeling great. Going for my walk. Got my Pampers. Thank you, Comfort Zone. I love you. Good.
So, Darcey and Stacey decided to fly all the way to Turkey, Istanbul in Turkey, to get some more procedures because enough is not enough. One thing that I will say there before I continue saying what I want to say is that I do respect the fact that they at least show us the journey. So therefore they can show people all the pain and all the madness that you have to go through if you're really looking to do some work to yourself. Really showing you if it's worth it or not. I would like to imagine that each time they show it, they're actually showing us that it is never actually worth it, personally. But some people will be like, well, I still want to do it anyway. Now, bear this in mind, they've gone off to get eyebrows down as well as some other skin stuff going on with their body, as always. But it is crazy though, because when is enough enough? And that's the problem, isn't it? Enough is never enough. You would think, after the tell-all, look at this screen here, after the tell itself in particular, is heavily exposed, that Darcey's obviously, Stacey's above my head, Darcey's on my right, okay? And you can even see by her jaw, there's a different shade going on there. I don't know what the hell's going on here, okay, folks? And you can see, and it looks as if like she's had a new part of her jaw added on. Because obviously when you're looking at her chin is now becoming extended. Unlike Stacey's a bit more still back and a bit more still kind of, not natural, but yeah, you dig what I'm saying. So it makes you wonder, when is enough enough? But here's the thing though, it is only, and I mean only, when we watch them on the show, it's only when we watch them on the show we actually get the actual angles of what they really look like. Because when it's not on the show, what are they busy doing? Hold on a minute, let me mute that sound. Because when they're not on the show, what are they busy doing? They are busy showing us certain angles of their faces. So for this one here, for example, you will see that her face is pointed down to make sure that she's hiding the bushiness of the jaw itself. As well as also this one here again, pictures all above. Pictures and videos are always all above or a specific angle that complements their face. Now, remember, I say complements their face because that's how they see it. But in reality, when your face is bushed all around, no matter what angle you put it at, there's no compliments. But then it tells me and exposes areas that they are still extremely insecure about. Then again though, that can be subjective because we could argue and say that they're sensitive about every single part of their image, to be honest, because they're always touching up every single part. But the fact that they always feel the need to take a video or photo from above angle or a certain angle like this tells me that that's where they believe they get their best, you know what I mean, image. Which obviously, that's something that they would have mastered by now, if you dig what I'm saying. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm very aware that the reason why they do these before and after videos is purely because they are promoting the company that they obviously go to. So therefore, they can get these surgeries for free. Because for me personally, I don't believe that these sisters actually pay for any of these. The amount that they get anytime they get something done to themselves, they always promote the company. I genuinely believe that most of them are for free, or if not, at least half price minimum. But the fact that she says I'm feeling snatched and renewed is nuts. How can you feel snatched and renewed literally the day after or a few days after? You're still going to be in agony, still going to be in pain. But of course, they're going to promote it and make it seem as if the whole process is as easy as 1, 2, 3, as if you're not going to go through a ridiculous amount of pain, because of course, they're going to make sure that they make everything look pretty and glamorous and looks like it's okay for the sponsors they go to. It's crazy because usually they get it done in America, I believe, but this time it's Istanbul. Maybe they've been there a few times before and I just haven't seen it. Also, I want to know, is Stacey that like gone by the anesthesia or whatever the hell they put in you? Because she reposted her stories, right, multiple times. How many times are you gonna keep reposting the same videos? See what I mean? Like, the whole story is literally the same thing again and again and again. Like, is she really like so it makes you wonder, what do they put inside of her body? Okay, what the hell do they, what drug are they giving these women? Given the fact that they have to keep repeating the same post every hour or every minute or whatever it could be. It's like you're losing control of what you're doing. So really and truly, if you're reposting things like literally it's the same thing again and again and again within a space of minutes, that tells me that you're not feeling snatched, you're not feeling renewed, you're feeling like shit, and you're in pain, and you're probably dizzy, and you're probably still out of it with all the drugs that they have to put you under just to make sure you don't feel no pain when you're getting it done. I don't know. Either way, pay attention to the small details that they don't tell you about. And the small details is that these procedures are not friendly. These procedures are not easy. You're going to go through a lot of crazy pain, you know? But again, though, it is so sad to see two sisters, two women, you know, going from people that were once upon a time natural to where they are now, where they are just both completely botched as F, you know? And that's why obviously we come over here, stuff in particular, you'll notice the transformations between the sisters since day one till now. Listen, look at this, completely different people. It is absolutely ridiculous, an absolute abomination. Honestly, I just don't know why they don't see the damage that they are doing to themselves. They, you know what I mean, on a daily basis. To be honest with you, it feels like they probably get something done every few months. You know what I mean, and it's just ugly as hell. That's just that. What else can I say about it? Like, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the things that you can do to yourself that actually aren't making you look any better. You think they're making you look better, but they're not. They're making you look worse. You know what the crazy thing about it is? There was a time back in the day where all you had to do, not all you had to do, but one of the best things you could start off with is having a good diet, exercising, you know, a few times a week, and also having a decent skincare routine. I don't know what happened to that. I mean, don't get me wrong, people still do have, there are people out there who will still prioritize having a good diet, having a good skincare routine, go and do some exercise. Doesn't have to the gym, but do exercise a few times a week. But it will still be out there doing to their face, which is crazy. And then there's people who actually just go and do those basics and are happy with the way they are, which is what we're supposed to be. And bear this in mind, these are things that are now happening to men as well. Men are also now putting themselves where they go underneath the knife. I'm pretty sure Saab has been, he's had a few things done over the years. You know what I mean? Because the way that man's jaw is and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't believe that that guy is completely natural personally, if you know what I mean. But either way though, ladies and gentlemen, just have a look at people who start something and don't know when to stop. And just know that if you start something today, you may never know when to stop. Yes, of course, you may think that you're going to be A-okay. You're going to think that you're going to have the mental strength to not want to do more. But I beg to differ. It's like when some people say, oh, I'm going to do OF, but I'm only going to do just pictures of myself like in my bra and pants and never going to do a nude. But then all of a sudden the money starts rolling in, and what do? All of a sudden they escalate to then doing a little bit of nude. Next thing you know, they are now pretty much corn stars on their own pages because they know that it's going to give them more revenue. You know what I mean? Everybody says they start with an intention to not go too far, but half the time they don't understand how much they may not actually have that mental strength to not go too far. Obviously, Yara is another one that's obviously changed quite a bit too. But with Yara, it's one of those things where people say, well, it's not that bad because she doesn't look botched. Which respectfully, I do agree with. But either way though, she's had a lot done too. Surprisingly, I feel like Natalie actually hasn't had that much work done. So I give credit to her, to be fair. I expected her to change completely. But she actually hasn't done much to her face, to be fair. Based on what I've observed anyway. Okay, then we got Jasmine's another one too. But hey, these are conversations for another time. Either way though, this is absolutely crazy, and these sisters need to stop making themselves into guinea pigs. Because I also believe that some of the surgeries that they get, procedures that they get, are procedures that they get because a doctor or a surgeon of some kind said, hey, we've got this new thing going on now of how to make your body more snatchable. Let's not forget, these sisters don't work out. They claim they work out, but they don't. They get their bodies retouched all the time. Literally what Trisha Paytas used to do back in the day. Always used to go and get lipo because she was too lazy to go to the gym. This is what these sisters do. They just do it on a more freaking basis. But now I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say on top of that. I forgot how I started that. But the grand scheme, I'm pretty sure I've said enough anyway for you guys to get the picture. But I'm pretty sure I was about to say a very good point too. Either way, just have a good diet, go to the gym, have a good skincare routine, okay? And something that I like to do myself, you know, research as many herbals as possible, buy those herbals, okay, and just have good herbal teas, you know what I'm saying? But when I say good herbal teas, I don't mean from the tea bag. Get the actual natural leaf itself, you know what I mean? Okay, get Amazon or whatnot, drink that stuff. That stuff will definitely help you stay youthful, definitely help you clear up your skin. Sea moss is another good one as well, as long as it's real, you see what I'm saying? So many natural things from the earth that we can actually use to maintain our youth and to also improve certain blemishes or whatnot we may have going on, do you know what I mean? They may not give us a dramatic change in our appearance, but boy, you will still feel great about it, you know what I'm saying? If you can't learn to love yourself, I promise you this now, having surgery will never make you love yourself. It will make you hate yourself even more. Your insecurities will continue to grow each and every time you go and do something. Remember that. Unless, of course, you have that mental strength. Yeah. But if you had the mental strength, then you wouldn't get something done in the first place. You do it naturally. And you'd use that mental strength to be consistent with looking after yourself the natural way. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. And the natural also includes no makeup. Ooh, I'm going to offend some people with that one. But hey, I'm just saying. Makeup is just the beginning of women who end up going off and doing too much. You know, it starts off, oh, I don't like my skin the way it is. Look at my blemishes. Look at my spots. Oh, look at this scar here. And instead of going out there and trying to find natural ways of doing it with herbs or sea moss or anything like that, or other skincare products that are actually good for you, you know what I mean? People were like, oh, let me just slap on some makeup to cover up this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. All of a sudden now, your whole life's based on you having to wear makeup, and then all of a sudden the makeup does not become enough. So therefore, you end up having some sort of cosmetic, and then when the cosmetic comes in, the makeup then obviously increases, or it does something else, blah blah blah, and then you start to realize that you're never going to be happy unless you just appreciate the way you was freaking born, the way you were supposed to look, based on looking after yourself. Ooh, yeah, let me know what you're thinking about that one in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.